This is a provocation, and a cheap provocation at that. I do not understand why American soldiers should fight in Ukraine.
Почему здесь-то забегали все как тараканы перед самым моим приездом?
The armored train. First off, this train is no Thomas the Tank Engine. This is a moving fortress that screams, I'm rich, powerful, and a little paranoid. But let's be real. When you're one of the most controversial figures on the planet, you don't just hop on a commercial flight or grab an Uber. Nope, you need an armored train, because apparently regular private jets aren't sneaky enough. It's a fully decked out, steel-plated beast designed to keep Putin safe and hidden while he's zipping around Russia. From the outside, it looks like any regular train. No flashy paint job, no Putin Express signs, just a nondescript exterior to blend in. Imagine a billionaire cosplaying as an everyday commuter, except this commuter has bulletproof walls, armed guards, and probably a minibar stocked with vodka. Inside, oh, it's pure luxury. Reports say it's got everything from a gym to a Turkish bath, because God forbid you skip leg day or miss a sauna session while plotting world domination. There's even a cosmetology suite. Yes, cosmetology. Apparently, running a country comes with stress wrinkles, and Putin isn't about to let anyone catch him with a saggy forehead. But wait, it gets even sneakier. The train doesn't just pull into Moscow's central station like your regular 9-to-5 commuter. Oh no, Putin's private residences are conveniently connected to secret railway stations. Imagine living in a mansion where you can just stroll out the back door, hop on your armored train, and peace out before anyone even realizes you're gone. It's like something out of a Bond movie, except James Bond isn't invited. The big question is finally here. Why a train? I mean, isn't a private jet faster? Apparently, Putin thinks planes are too easy to track. He's worried someone might hack into a flight path or spot his jet on radar. A train, on the other hand, is way harder to pinpoint. It's like playing hide and seek, but on rails. And let's face it, when you've got the whole world watching your every move, you have to get creative. Plus, trains are quieter. No loud engine roar announcing your arrival, just a low hum as you glide through the night like a ghost. Imagine being Putin's enemy and trying to keep tabs on him. Is he in Moscow? St. Petersburg? Siberia? Oh wait, he's halfway to Vladivostok on his luxury stealth train. Good luck keeping up. Putin's decoy plane? Vladimir Putin has a decoy aircraft game, because when you're a world leader with more enemies than you can count, flying isn't just about getting from point A to point B. Nope, it's about staying one step ahead of anyone who might want to accidentally make sure your plane doesn't land. And let me tell you, Putin takes this to a whole new level. So if Putin's about to take off for some international meeting, or maybe just to check out one of his rumored luxury mansions, but instead of rolling up to the airport, hopping in one plane, and saying, "Peace out, Russia," the man sends out multiple planes. That's right, at least 2, sometimes more, take off from completely different locations at the same time. Good luck figuring out which one he's actually in. So, why go through all this trouble? I mean, couldn't he just, fly in a regular plane with some extra security? Well, no. For starters, Putin is not your average flyer. When you've got international spies, political enemies, and who knows how many people with grudges against you, staying unpredictable is your best defense. By sending out decoy planes, Putin makes it nearly impossible for anyone to target him. Think about it. If you're some villain sitting there with a plan to track and intercept his flight, you're now faced with a big question. Which plane is he actually on? You've got a 50-50 shot at best. And let's be real, if you get it wrong, you're not walking away from that one. Here's the funny part. Sometimes the decoys all take off, and it turns out Putin isn't even on any of them. He's in his armored train or some underground bunker, laughing at everyone trying to guess where he is. Imagine being one of his enemies, tracking a plane for hours, only to realize, oh, he's not even in the sky. The audacity. Putin's Oris Senate. Putin's personal ride isn't your average just pick up a luxury vehicle from the lot kind of thing. Nah, he's got himself an Oris Senate, which sounds more like a fancy wine than a car, but trust me, it's the real deal. This thing is essentially a rolling fortress on 4 wheels, designed to withstand everything from bombs to bullets, and probably even a Kardashian-level paparazzi swarm. If there was ever a car that screamed, "I'm in charge," it's this one. This car looks like it's been ripped straight out of a James Bond movie. The Oris Senate is the car that makes you look at your own ride paranoid and think, I really need to get my priorities straight. First off, the armor. This thing is built to survive basically anything that tries to take it down. We're talking about bulletproof glass, so thick it might as well be the door of a bank vault. If some enemy wanted to take a shot at Putin while he's cruising around, they'd be out of luck. It's like trying to punch through a brick wall with a marshmallow. Absolutely pointless. And let's talk about bomb-proof. Now, if you're imagining a basic, oh, it can handle a couple of firecrackers kind of bomb-proof, think again. The Aurus Senat is made to withstand explosive attacks. We're talking about serious military-grade protection. The car has so many layers of protection, it's like a literal onion of security. The kind of onion you wouldn't even want to peel, because you know what's inside is hardcore and not for the faint of heart. But wait, it gets better. This isn't just a tough car, it's also got all the luxury stuff you could imagine. From custom leather seats, probably imported from some rare breed of cow that only exists in the fanciest part of the world. And don't even get me started on interior tech. You know Putin's not sitting there flipping through dusty old papers. Oh no, this man's got advanced communication systems, high-tech displays, and possibly a satellite uplink to his own private server, just to remind everyone how important he is. If you had a car that cost as much as a small country, you'd expect it to ride like butter. And guess what? The Aurus Senat does. It's designed to be so smooth and quiet that if you didn't know any better, you'd think you were gliding in a spaceship. Forget about bumpy roads or traffic jams. Putin's limousine is equipped with advanced suspension systems that make even the roughest Russian highways feel like a luxury cruise. He has owned this car since 2018, whereas it was just available for sale to the public in 2021. Vladimir Putin's alleged wealth. So, let's start with the official numbers. According to Putin's public financial disclosures, he reportedly earns around $140,000 per year. Yes, you read that right, $140,000. Sounds like a decent paycheck for someone running one of the largest countries in the world, right? But if we're being real, that amount is probably less than what some celebrities spend on their weekend yacht parties. Now, hold your horses. If you think $140,000 a year sounds low for a guy in his position, you're not alone. In reality, Putin probably lives on a different financial planet. Experts estimate his actual wealth to be around $200 billion. Yes, you read that right, not million, billion, as in so much money, you'd need a small country just to count it. So, where exactly is this fortune coming from? Glad you asked. Starting with one of the most talked about pieces of Putin's alleged wealth, his mansion on the Black Sea. If you've seen any of those viral drone footage videos showing off crazy mansions, you can probably guess this place is like a luxury resort meets palace. It's reportedly worth over $1 billion. Yes, billion with a B, and it's got everything you could ever want, except, you know, public accountability. But here's the best part. According to reports, this entire mansion was built for Putin, and the project was supposedly funded by some of his wealthiest oligarch friends. You know, the kind of people who just happen to be loaded and willing to drop billions on a pet project for their favorite leader. Next up, we have the yacht. Yeah, you knew this was coming. You can't be a billionaire, a multi-billionaire, without a super yacht, right? And of course, Putin's yacht is no ordinary boat. This thing is a floating palace with a heliport and luxurious rooms. Rumor has it that Putin's yacht is actually one of the largest and most expensive yachts in the world, valued at around $200 million. But hey, with a fortune that big, why not splurge a little on a yacht that can't even fit under most bridges? If you're gonna be rich, you might as well go all in and have your own private island to park your boat, right? You gotta live the dream. Okay, if you thought that was over the top, just wait for this. Putin is reportedly sitting on a collection of over 700 cars. Yes, you heard me correctly. This isn't just a couple of vintage cars collecting dust in the garage. We're talking 700 plus cars, some of which are rare, luxurious, and almost impossible to find. Now, most people would be happy with like 3 or 4 cars, maybe a nice sports car for the weekend and a solid commuter vehicle for getting to work. But when you're Putin, you don't just settle for nice, you go big. We're talking rare Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and even some of the world's most most expensive classic cars. Honestly, if he ever needed to sell this collection, he could probably fund his own political campaign. I mean, where do you even keep 700 cars? A special garage? A whole warehouse? A car-shaped mansion? The possibilities are endless. Oh, and don't forget about the jet. No, not a commercial one like the rest of us have to endure. Putin flies in a private jet that is literally worth $700 million. Yeah, you read that right. $700 million. The kind of jet you get if you want to fly in the lap of luxury, skip the line at security, and avoid ever having to listen to an airport announcement again. Not to mention, this jet is kitted out with everything. Bedrooms, a dining room, conference rooms, and probably a minibar that makes your local club look like a joke. So, how did Putin get all of this? Well, the short answer is that nobody really knows. There are plenty of conspiracy theories about his wealth, though. Some say he's made a fortune off of Russian state resources, while others claim his money comes from secret deals with oligarchs who've been more than happy to share their wealth in exchange for political influence. In short, it's a mix of questionable business dealings and friends who just happen to be filthy rich. A classic move for someone who's been in power for as long as he has. Despite all this insane wealth, Putin is always making a show of being the man of the people, downplaying his luxury lifestyle. In fact, his personal income is modest, and he's reportedly not into the bling. Sure, Putin, tell us more about how you only wear plain suits while secretly owning half the world's most expensive things.